You've got an e-commerce brand. You want to start leveraging TikTok ads to their maximum potential. You want to drive more sales through the platform. But for some reason, your TikTok ads just don't seem to hit consistently. Well, you're in the right place, because in this video, we're gonna break down 6 reasons that your TikTok ads suck. Hi everyone, my name is Mark. I run a TikTok marketing agency and we help e-commerce brands to set up and scale their TikTok ads. Today, we're breaking down 6 of the most common areas that e-commerce brands fail on when they're trying to scale their TikTok campaigns. These are things that we've learned after working with numerous different e-commerce brands as clients, after making content ourselves, after growing a TikTok account to over 100,000 followers. We've learned these experiences through doing and through trying and battling and learning from our own mistakes as well. We've tested all these for ourselves and now we're going to share it with you. Let's jump in. The first area that we see brands trip up on is not using vetted creators. Over the last 6 months, there's been an influx of poor quality, just simply terrible UGC creators. It's like the new Forex. There's people selling courses on how to make money online, how to record UGC for brands. And there's an influx of people who have literally never uploaded a video to social media and they're now trying to charge you $200 for the privilege. I've seen it time and time again where brands that we work with have fallen into this trap of paying somebody who has no concept of what a good UGC video is, no concept of marketing, no concept of copywriting. They've done one course or seen a couple of tweets and they're now trying to become a UGC creator. And the difficulty is that the good creators are swamped in amongst all the bad ones. It's not like there's an easy badge on Twitter that says good creator, bad creator. You've got to go out there and try and find the needle in the haystack to pick out the best creators. So how do you choose the best of the best? Well, number one, you can either just go straight to an agency and just use their creators, because chances are, if they're getting good results, they've got a bank of good creators already. The second thing is have a very strict qualification process when you're choosing UGC creators. Break down all of their portfolios. Don't just skip through it quickly because it's another task on your to-do list. Take a little bit of time to analyze the videos they're in. Are they authentic? Do they use a good hook? Do they have any data or metrics from previous videos that they've done that shows they can actually get attention, hold it, and sell a product? As time goes on, the viewers on TikTok are becoming aware that UGC content exists. They're starting to realize that these are ads, and over time, it's only going to get more important to do this vetting process. Number 2, and the second reason brands don't crack their TikTok creatives is because they're simply not captivating. TikTok is all about holding attention. On the organic side of it, the biggest metric is watch time. It's how many people do you get through to the end of your video. Likewise, on the advertising side, you need people to get through your video if you want to sell them a product. There's no good hooking someone for the first 5 seconds when your call to action's at the end. Nobody's going to hear the call to action if they swipe halfway through. Everyone online talks about the hook, about the first 3 seconds, get people stopped. And yes, I'm not saying that's not important. That's a crucial first step of a good TikTok ad. But nobody talks about the other 90% of the video. You still have to hold them there. As always, with all the content I put out, I want this to be as valuable as possible for you. So I'm not just going to give you 6 rough ideas of why your ads might not be performing. We're going to give you the tactical action items you can actually implement as well. So how do you hold people to the end of your video? There's a couple of different methods you can use and a couple of different styles. Everyone talks about TikTok having high energy, fast pace, quick cuts every 2 seconds. And that is one strategy. The reason people tell you to do that is to hold people to the end of the video. If it's fast, if it's high energy, there's cuts every 2 seconds, you don't give someone the chance to scroll and get bored. So yet the reason people tell you to do that and to implement that strategy is because of this, is to get people to the end. But that is only one style of TikTok video. You may have seen those videos on TikTok where people are telling a story. There's no fast cuts, they're just sitting, holding the phone in front of them, talking to the camera and running you through a story. It's not high energy, it's not high pace, it's not every 2 seconds, but you're hooked on the aspect of the story. You're bought in, you want to hear how it played out, you want to hear the ending. You've probably seen all over the internet the power of storytelling and marketing and branding and connecting with others. We're built on the foundation of stories as humans. And by using that in your ads, you can keep people around to the end. So rather than just showing an ad and just showing the product, look at how amazing this is, tell a story about how this product fits into someone's life. For example, we've got a tax rebate client and we had a creative that absolutely crushed it. Very simple, there was no music on it. It was just one guy talking to the camera and he just ran through the story of how his girlfriend had got this tax rebate and took them on holiday. And then another great way to get people to the end of your TikTok video is to have an open and closed loop. You start the video by saying something that opens a curiosity gap in their mind. It can either be something controversial or start with the end of a story. You know, this was the outcome I had in my life, here's how I got there. The goal is to tell people that this is something that's coming, and they have to stick around to the end of the video to find out and to have that satisfaction of it being explained to them. So there we go, number 2, the second reason your TikTok ads suck is they're simply not captivating. Do whatever you can to get people to the end of your video. Number 3, you're not speaking to your audience. So many brands overlook their customers' biggest struggles. They try and make ad creatives and it's all about the product, not the person. For example, if you're a skincare brand, rather than just showing, here's the product, oh, close up, my skin looks so good, show the person behind the brand. It could be one of your customers explaining the transformation they've had. They're just authentically talking to the camera. I had a really hard time in school growing up. I was bullied, I had really bad acne. All the girls made fun of me and it was really stressful and emotionally scarring. And then I found this new moisturizer from X, and over the next 6 months, my skin is absolutely transformed, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. The more your creatives speak exactly to your customers' pains and situation, the better your ads will perform. Number 4, and another reason that your TikTok ads simply aren't performing, is your editing isn't good enough. This is such a common mistake, and it's not always the brand's fault, it's normally the creators that the brands are using, but the editing just simply is bad. The music is all off and the pace doesn't match the video. There's poor transitions where it's just a hard cut onto the next clip and it doesn't fit well together. There's dead spots in the video where they stop talking in one clip and then start talking in the next. You don't want any space between those clips. Or one of the most common ones and absolutely unforgivable, your text is covered by the interface at the bottom. This one is such an easy fix, and it's also one of the ones that's so overlooked. As a brand owner, you don't always control the editing. Oftentimes, you're not inside the app doing the editing yourself. But if the content you're getting back isn't edited up to scratch, it's time to find some new creators. The 5th reason you're struggling with ads is because you're making Facebook ads, not TikTok ads. This is a huge problem, especially for bigger brands who have big budgets and big marketing teams. They come onto TikTok and think, oh, well, we'll just take our Facebook creatives, throw them up on TikTok, we're good to go. It does not work like that. You need to be making native ads for the TikTok platform or you don't stand a chance. What does it mean to make TikTok ads? Well, there's 3 big things. The first one, make sure they look native to TikTok. Use the in-app features to edit them. The TikTok style captions, text to speech. Make it feel like a TikTok video. The second one is follow trends. Of course, you don't want every video to just be some trending style creative, but lean into the trends of the platform to show that your brand's got a pulse on what's going on. And then finally, follow the culture of the platform. And this is a hard one to get unless you're on there as a TikTok user. TikTok has these large culture-defining moments, things like wheels versus doors. How many wheels are there versus how many doors are there? There's the frog army. There's these big things that happen on TikTok that go viral and become really part of the platform. Inside all the comment sections, you'll see the same things coming up. As a brand, if you can lean into that and be part of the culture on TikTok, people will buy into your brand more as well. And number 6, the reason that your ads aren't performing, this one's a little bit different because it's not necessarily on the creatives, but it's your landing page. Most brands that come and try and get set up on TikTok fall into the trap of thinking they can just send all their traffic to a product page and the job's done. Well, it doesn't necessarily work like that. If you think about the user experience of someone who's seen a TikTok ad that's coming through to your website, they've literally seen maybe a 15, 30-second video of you, and that's it. They've got no idea who you are, what your product does, how it works, does anybody else use your product, is it credible? Literally nothing, and you've gone straight from video to give me your credit card. It's not like the old days of Facebook where you warm them up and you retarget them and you're nurturing them with content. That doesn't really exist on TikTok. Instead, you need to do the nurturing on the landing page itself. So one of the most common types is the standard landing page style. It's got a little bit more information on the product, where you can buy it, some imagery, it teaches you about how it works, the details behind the product, and again, it's just all about education, about social proof. Building up that confidence so that somebody can come on here, learn more about the product, and then check out. Alternatively, what you can do is try and send them to another piece of content. So something like an advertorial or a listicle has been shown to work really well on TikTok. If you're running TikTok ads and you're not building dedicated landing pages and split testing those landing pages, you're losing out on conversion rate and your CPAs are suffering as well. So there's 6 reasons that your TikTok ads might suck. If you found this useful, hit the subscribe button or check me out on Twitter for even more TikTok and e-commerce content.